So hi, we're Team 10, and this is our Sunny Care Services capstone project. So a quick table of contents of what we're going to go through today. So number one, the introduction, followed by the research methods, the results from those research that we did, and the recommendation. And at the end of that, we're going to finish it off with a nice conclusion, some future recommendations, and a summary. So the introduction. So what is our project? First, let's explain what Sunny Care Services so that we can get a sort of idea of what we're working with. So Sunny Care Services is a company that is involved in dealing with losses, aging, and estate planning. It basically acts as a comprehensive guide with the tasks of dealing with loss. And so the extent to which Sunny Care Services can actually provide its services definitely varies on the needs of the person or the client. So a quick mission statement or vision statement are that Sendicare Services cares for families going through the major life transitions brought on by aging, loved ones, or losing loved ones. Their goal is to relieve the burdensome tasks from their plate so that they can focus on what is most important to them and their family. Now, there are quite a bit of services that Sendicare Services offers. A bit too much to explain here, but it is very comprehensive in terms of the aftercare or after loss industry. So a quick look into our client. Our client is Molly Lacker. She's the founder of Sunny Care Services. And so she started this company back in 2017. And this was due to a couple of her personal life interactions with coping with loss with her father and her brother-in-law, essentially leading to the creation of her company known as Sunny Care Services. And so yeah, so that's basically a quick overview of Sendicare Services and our client. Now, requirements regarding our project. Our goal was essentially to improve upon Sendicare Services brand awareness online by creating a community for people dealing with loss and providing them with valuable information in a positive manner. Um, so this includes better digital content, so dealing with her different social media channels and making sure her content is approachable and is positively viewed by her potential customers and other people who engage with her.
All right, and now we're going to look at our research methods. So our research methods were primarily social media as well as the internet. So in regards to our social media, what we essentially did was we analyzed our client as well as our competitor socials. We looked at things like engagement, like likes and dislikes, comments, things like that. We looked at the follower to followers ratio, so how many people are actually following them versus how many they're following. We looked at their visuals, so we looked at how consistent their color schemes were, as well as their text, if they were short, concise, meaningful, things like that. In regards to their actual content, we took a look at their reels, their grid posts, their stories, their highlights, and make sure that they were actually meaningful posts, as well as their consistency. So how often are these accounts actually posting? Is it every day, every week, right? The more often you're posting, the more the algorithms will be on your side. We also looked at their use of a personal brand, right? So the more you use yourself as a personal brand, the more easily you can connect with your audience. We also look at their bios, right? So if they have a call to action provided in their bio, like a link, as well as maybe a brief description of the page of the company, that's ideal. Now, in regards to the internet, essentially all we did here was we just researched what the industry was like, right? What the after loss industry actually is like, how it operates, how it works, things like that, just general stuff. Now, in regards to the project scope, or what we actually did, is what we did is we created a content calendar. We researched the after loss industry, as I just mentioned. Um, we did some content competitive analysis. We also studied the market and looked for competitor marketing plans, and then we tried to adopt what we thought they did a good job on, and we changed what we thought they could improve on. We created various different marketing strategies for the company, as well as analyzed social media channels.
So now we'll go into the research results. So the research results, after looking into multiple competitors in the same industry or space as Sunny Care Services, we noticed a few things of the successful pages. They often used an appeal to emotion. So they would emotionally tie their content and their consumers, and this would get them to come back to their page again and again and like their content, and it would really hit home with them and get them intrigued with the content. They were also personable and relatable. So they would relate to their followers or their friends. They would connect with them on a personal level that would make them feel comfortable with the brand and their services as you would with a friend. And they would also build community. Now, building community online is difficult, but it's very rewarding. So how they would do this is they would post content and encourage engagement. So they would say, comment on this, get talking about this certain topic in the comments, or they would get them to do things together, all the followers as well as the brand itself. And they would also utilize effective visuals. So this can mean high quality images or informational posts, which didn't have too much information, but just enough to get you interested and intrigued. And so from these certain things that we learned, we decided to shape our marketing strategy for Sendicare Services around the AIDA model. So the AIDA model is a marketing funnel which initially focuses on awareness. So how do you bring awareness of the consumer, of your brand, of your company? How do they know it exists? So you can do this through multiple ways, through different publicity, getting on explore pages online, etc. And interest. So how do you get them interested? How do you provide content that is interesting and engaging, that wants them to look further into what you have to say or what you have to say about your service or product? And this ties directly in with desire. So once they're interested in what you have to say or the industry you're in, they're going to want to desire to do something about it. They're going to want to desire your service or your product, and that directly will hopefully lead to action, which action can look like many different things. It can look like a follow on social media, a comment, a like. It can also mean purchasing your product or service. So recommendations. So some of our recommendations, the first thing we wanted to focus on in our marketing plan was the elimination of taboo about dealing with death and loss and the things that you have to deal with within the after loss industry. We determined that this can be done best through being relatable and having conversations about it to normalize the topic and get conversations started. So our second thing that we wanted, so the first thing that we wanted to do was make Molly Locker, our client, the face of the brand. And this would increase relatability of Sendicare. And it would provide a certain warmth that can only be dealt with through a person-to-person interaction. And we think that this is really important in such a industry with such a tough topic. And next, we want to integrate our research results and marketing strategies into the marketing plan and content calendar. So this is taking the lessons that we learned from our research, what worked and what didn't, and integrating it into Sendicare Services marketing. So this led to, firstly, a diversification of content. So this can mean changing up the kinds of content that you put out, such as lead magnets or appeal to emotions, informatives. And this comes in different avenues, such as reels, text posts, high quality images of yourself, etc. And then we also wanted to focus on post structure. So structuring posts that would follow the AIDA funnel to catch awareness, spark interest, create desire, and lead to action. And this would ultimately lead to engagement optimization, which will increase their social media performance indicators. And so some key deliverables that we delivered for this project was deliverable 3. As we went over in our research methods, this was when we decided on what we were going to implement, what tools we were going to use in our marketing strategy, which leads us to deliverable 4, which was our marketing strategy itself for Sendicare. So another part of what we did for Sendicare Services was we created a content calendar, and this was basically a template to which our client could follow as to when she would post, what she would post on certain days. And this is renewable. This shows January 2022, but it can recycle through different months. And this is a more comprehensive look into that. You can see all the different channels, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, what she will post, when she should post it. And yeah, that's it for the content calendar.
All right, now lastly, for conclusion and summary, we will look into 3 factors. The 3 being project overview, what we learned, and the future of Sendicare Service. Now, the project overview covered multiple factors, such as meeting with the client many times and collecting her feedback. We also looked into the client's interest in the sectors of research. We also found content-based competitive analysis, and lastly, we created a strategy, market strategy, and formed a digital content plan. Now, what we learned and took away from this project was the social hurdles for certain businesses, such as for our client, it was being able to work with grief and making it a positive outcome. Another thing that we came across was how to work with the client in general, basically understanding the business's needs and her needs as well. Um, and importance of personal social media, and how important it is to make it relatable and making that connection with your followers. Lastly, we also developed some personal skills such as our teamwork skills and how to work with clients to solve problems. We were able to come across tasks and hurdles such as planning group meetings in advance and considering each group member's opinions, ideas, and also assigning roles. Lastly, when it comes down to looking into the future of SunnyCare Service, we wish SunnyCare Service all the best and hope that she can continue posting all the content that we have advised her with throughout with that evergreen material, which will provide her with timeless post and information that she can use throughout SunnyCare Service and in any social media platform. With the help of our research, she will hopefully be able to provide detailed content for her upcoming social media posts. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening, and we wish SunnyCare Service all the best luck.